Welcome to the top 20 headlines at Westferry Times. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer and Dutch PM Mark Rutte have pledged deeper cooperation to tackle illegal migration. Their discussions focused on strengthening border security, preventing human trafficking, and coordinating asylum policies. The agreement marks a significant step in addressing the ongoing migration crisis affecting both nations. UK police and major tech companies have committed to a joint strategy to combat rising mobile phone theft. Efforts include advanced tracking features, enhanced security software, and tougher measures against resellers of stolen devices. Authorities hope this partnership will significantly reduce crime rates and improve consumer safety. The UK economy faces a grim outlook, with slow growth and inflation concerns mounting. Chancellor Rachel Reeves now faces increasing pressure to implement effective economic policies. Critics argue that government measures fall short, while businesses and consumers brace for potential financial hardships in the coming months. Despite the US halting international aid funding, a UK minister reassured that Britain remains committed to its global humanitarian responsibilities. The UK government intends to continue supporting key aid programs, emphasizing its dedication to addressing global poverty, conflict relief, and emergency responses without reliance on US contributions. London Mayor Sadiq Khan warns that the increase in remote work could severely impact the city's economy. Reduced office occupancy threatens local businesses, public transport revenue, and overall urban vibrancy. Khan urges companies to balance remote and in-office work to sustain London's economic and social ecosystem. US President Donald Trump has enacted sweeping changes in government policies, reshaping institutions, judicial appointments, and foreign policy strategies. His influence continues to redefine governance structures, regulatory reforms, and immigration laws. Analysts believe these policy shifts will have long-term consequences, affecting domestic and international affairs. Senator Marco Rubio reaffirmed the US's commitment to enforcing sanctions, vowing to prevent any foreign or domestic efforts to bypass them. His statement follows reports of increased sanction evasion tactics by targeted nations. Rubio emphasized the need for stronger enforcement mechanisms to uphold economic restrictions. The UK's push for AI dominance raises fears of increased water consumption by data centers, potentially leading to shortages. Experts warn that cooling requirements for AI infrastructure could strain resources, impacting communities and the environment. The head of the UNRWA has warned of an impending crisis as funding bans threaten essential services for Palestinian refugees. With several nations cutting financial aid, the agency faces difficulties in providing healthcare, education, and shelter, potentially exacerbating humanitarian conditions in affected regions. Following a near-miss air collision near Washington, D.C., Donald Trump criticized the outdated U.S. air traffic control system. He called for urgent modernization to prevent further accidents, blaming government inefficiencies for failing to update critical aviation infrastructure. Experts argue reforms are long overdue. A new study suggests artificial intelligence could automate up to 70% of tasks in computer-based jobs, raising concerns about job displacement. Experts argue that while AI improves efficiency, workforce adaptation through reskilling and regulation is necessary to mitigate potential employment challenges. A report urges the UK government to learn from the social and economic impact of Margaret Thatcher's coal pit closures. The study highlights the long-term consequences for former mining communities and warns that current energy transition policies must prioritize worker support and regional investment. The head of the UK's Financial Ombudsman Service has resigned following Chancellor Rachel Reeves' push for financial sector reforms. Critics say the service has struggled with efficiency and consumer protection and this resignation signals potential changes in regulatory oversight. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer stated that oil and gas will remain part of the energy mix for decades, despite the push for renewables. Speaking during a nuclear energy visit, he emphasized balancing energy security with climate goals while transitioning to sustainable alternatives. The UK government is set to introduce digital driving licenses through a new mobile app. This initiative aims to modernize licensing, enhance security, and streamline verification. The app will provide digital access to vehicle registration and other transport-related services. UK Foreign Secretary David Lammy issued a strong warning to Vladimir Putin after a Russian diplomat was stripped of accreditation. The move signals escalating tensions between the UK and Russia amid ongoing concerns over espionage and diplomatic conflicts. Financial experts caution savers that sticking with the same bank may result in lower returns following a base rate cut. Consumers are encouraged to shop around for better interest rates, as banks may not pass on savings benefits to loyal customers. Several Democratic attorneys general are challenging Elon Musk over data security concerns at his companies. They question whether foreign staff at Musk's firms have access to Americans' sensitive personal data, citing risks to national security and privacy violations. A London mother shared her heartbreak after losing her home in a fire reportedly sparked by an e-scooter battery explosion. The incident raises concerns over lithium-ion battery safety, with fire officials urging stricter regulations on e-scooter charging and storage. A Metropolitan Police officer is under investigation for sharing an offensive WhatsApp message about a lesbian recruit. The incident adds to concerns about workplace culture within UK law enforcement and ongoing efforts to address discrimination and misconduct. Thank you for watching Westferry Times. Stay informed, stay ahead.